I'm going to share a screen. It's going to be a scary screen for a lot of you. I guess I'll just apologize in advance. And I will say that I've gone down this road before. This is the last time I am going to go down this road. Here comes the second screen. This, guys, is my M1 Finance portfolio. As you can see, buying power in the top right is $42,818.22. We can see that the value of the portfolio is zero. We can see that the dividend stocks in this portfolio are none. And we can see that there is a pending transfer to another portfolio that I have, which used to be called Roth IRA Savings. It is now called VTI for Life. Now, I'm going to be very, very clear about these decisions because the one thing that I've realized is that this decision that I made really is personal. I always try to think about how I can compare myself to the masses, but in a situation like this, you can't. And another thing, people think that I am anti-dividend portfolios. I want to make something very, very clear. You are correct, but that comes with a big caveat. Could it be good for some people? Yes. And I'll tell you who I think those people are. And then if you fall into that category, that can be you. And I want to say, because I just read Buffett's letter, the shareholder letter that he writes every year, you are not allowed to defend dividends by using Warren Buffett's name. He has never, and he has stated this over and over again, it drives me bananas. Bananas. You guys that know me for a while, remember how bananas it used to make me when people would think that the S in leaps pluralized leap? It makes my blood boil even more when dividend investing channels use Warren Buffett as an example of why it's a good thing. He has stated over and over again that he has never bought a company because of its dividend. It's always been a byproduct. He's never bought, quote, shares. He's always bought businesses. And he's never bought a business because it paid a dividend. He doesn't like dividends. He doesn't like them. He likes collecting them, but he said in the shareholder, the huge tax burden that he has, which is a really, really big deal and needs to be mentioned. And I mentioned it once, and I really didn't defend myself. So the dividend people they went bananas. Okay. Why? And I also said something on Twitter, which is, it's so true. I find myself, and maybe I'm just the only one that wants to admit it, I find myself wanting a dividend portfolio just so I could tell people I got dividends. As a status symbol. Oh, look at my dividends. Look at my dividends. Okay, who needs dividends? People that might want dividends are people that do not know how to save or generate passive income streams. And maybe their dividends is their passive income stream. I prefer small business as a passive income stream because the tax benefits of owning a small business are insane. Insane. This YouTube channel makes probably over $100,000 easy, and it claims a loss, and it has every year for 7 years, right? I claim a loss every single year. Zero profit. This YouTube channel is a non-profiting business, all right? I can't say the same with $100,000 in dividends. Couldn't do it because there's no write-offs against it, okay? So maybe you want to grow a dividend portfolio to $1 million and your yield is 4% and you want to collect $40,000 a year to live off of. And yes, you'll only be taxed probably about 15% on that. Okay. What I'm saying is I would rather have $1 million in VTI and all my other income streams that I can write off and pay almost zero tax. And if by some chance I needed the money, I would sell off some shares and I'd pay some taxes. But at least the ball would be in my court. We mentioned the Roth thing last week. Brad, just put the 42 grand into the Roth IRA. How the hell am I going to move $42,000 into my Roth IRA when I can only put $6,500 in? So you mean to tell me that's like, yeah, I like them in my Roth IRA, which you guys know is just my retirement. I don't want to touch that. But it would take me 8 years to build a portfolio of this size. Put it in the Roth. Here's some of my income streams that I plan on having in retirement, which I'm not going to need dividends for. And this is also a talk with my CPA, who has clowned on me for having a dividend portfolio. He was a major, like, no, like, what are you doing? Why are you proud that you have to pay taxes on extra $1,500? It's not, the money doesn't come out of thin air. The share price decreased by that much. Oh, but you really can't tell. Just because you can't tell doesn't mean it didn't happen. The share price decreased by that much. All you did when you collected a dividend is you sold a little tiny share. And then you got to pay taxes on it. Oh, the compounding effect. The compounding effect works the exact same way with everything else. I am going to have a 457, which is an employee-sponsored retirement account to live off of. I'm going to have a 403B, which is also an employee-sponsored tax-deferred account, both of which are Roths a little bit. My wife has the same 457, 403B. I'm going to have my Roth IRA. I'm going to have Social Security. Social Security is not going to be around. Go on the website. It's going to be around. It tells you the date it's going to run out. I'm good. I also have a fantastic state pension for my job. So my businesses aside, I could take out my 457 at any time. I don't need to be 59 and a half. And I have enough money in there where I could take it out when I need to and pay taxes as I need to live. If that runs out by the time I'm 59 and a half, I'll figure something out. But if not, then I can start rolling my 403B into my Roth and doing that. And my pension and my Social Security, that will come later in life. Yes, it'll come later in life. Not to mention the passive income streams. Must be nice, Brad. You have all these. I worked my ass off to get those. So I have no problem talking about them. And it's not a flex. I worked my ass off for the last 8 years generating and selling multiple businesses to generate these passive income streams. So between passive income streams, 2 employee-sponsored retirement accounts, an individual retirement account, a solo IRA, a SEP IRA, Social Security, and my pension, what the hell do I need forced income for in retirement? Tell me, please. Tell me. Because all people want to do is debate by saying, look at how much Coca-Cola, Warren Buffett, how many dividends, $700 million a year. That's the only argument people have. Tell me I'm wrong. The comment section when I release this video is going to be, I know. Hello, guys. How are you? Leave down in the comments what a donkey you think I am. But please, don't be a jabroni and just tell me I'm a donkey. Please I just gave you some logical reasons why I don't. Personal reasons why I don't. Tell me how I'm wrong. Tell me why I should grow my dividend portfolio to $1 million so that I could pay realized taxes on $40,000 a year, even if it's at 15%. But Brad, you trade options. I do that shit for fun. You think I'm going to be doing that when I'm 50, 60? Maybe. I do it for fun. It's a hobby. It's a part of my small business. I got a freaking book about it. So anyway, this. And it will become this, which last year I put money in every single week. I grew it, sold it off to fund my Roth IRAs for my wife and I. And now I will continue to I think I put $500 a week in here.